Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Strawhat Deku, and today I'm here with my My Hero Academia manga review for chapter 242, Have a Merry Christmas. So, just as a side note before we begin, I just want to say that I was actually pleasantly surprised to get like a Christmas chapter in the middle of September. I really do appreciate when a series respects their in-fiction timeline, and they aren't afraid to go like full holiday mode in the middle of September. So the chapter begins with the teachers and Principal Nezu meeting to discuss the new work studies and how they're going to be different this time. Just on the side, I really did enjoy Principal Nezu sitting in Aizawa's like bindings, and he just kept saying, "Oh, this is like the warmest and coziest spot," so that's why I didn't want to move. So this time the agencies are requesting students rather than the students like auditioning and how they did in the sports festival last time, which leads Midnight to believe that they're currently worried about a lack of personnel. They realize that it's related to the attack on Daika City and that the Villain League must be involved in some way, but they're not 100% sure just how yet. And Principal Nezu informs them that he suspects that the Hero Commission has sniffed out a great danger that lies ahead, which is what he said. The document they gave them was ambiguous by nature. It feels like a message that's been directed towards them. Aizawa adds that, especially since they can't just come out and say that they're mobilizing our kids for war, which obviously the public wouldn't really like too much, and the media would just have a heyday with if they got their hands on that information. It just gives them a way to it gives them an excuse to give more work studies and get the students back out there. And it just finishes with Nezu saying essentially that they're going to contact the most accomplished heroes they can find, and those are going to be the ones that they get the students to do the work studies with. So next we see All Might and Principal Nezu again, and they're discussing the possible traitor that was mentioned a little while back that could be among the students, but after 4 months of constant observation in their dormitories with no one displaying any signs of suspicion. So this means that none of the students are working for the League of Villains. We don't know if that's necessarily true, but that's what they are going to currently go with in the series, so that's fine by me. It's just, I'm going to keep that in the back of my head just in case, but I don't have any ideas of who it could be. It's just always good to keep that in your head. And then All Might points out that all the kids in UA's hero course all have heroic hearts. And on a side note, after that, one of my favorite scenes was All Might's worry for Deku when he was asked if he was returning to school. He was panicked right away. He's like, "Oh, did something happen to Midoriya?" I really enjoyed that. Next, we get a really nice Merry Christmas panel of all the 1A students together, and of course, Bakugo's over in the corner walking out of the panel with no festival clothing on or anything. After that, we get one of the most honest lines in this series, which says, "We've got to be the busiest first years in UA's history," and I don't doubt that that's 100% true. Next, we see that Deku can't return to either Night Eye or Gran Torino's work studies, which means that he has to go find somewhere else to go. And we also see that Bakugo doesn't currently have one as well because of Genis' disappearance. So he looks a bit off-put about it, and it turns out that Bakugo wanted to return because he wanted to tell Genis his chosen alias, which is what I was assuming, because I assume that Bakugo has picked a name he wants to use, but he wanted to run it by Genis first. He wanted to tell him what he thought because he respects his opinion, and I think that he respects Genis personally, because in the panel where you saw Bakugo being asked, "Oh, are you going to go somewhere else? You're going to have like pick of the litter," he says, "All those losers, they can't teach me anything," which I just go to think that that means that he sees Genis as somebody who could teach him. So I'm really hoping Genis isn't dead. I'm hoping that was some sort of body double or something. Some shenanigans are going on there, but if not, it's going to be sad to see Bakugo have to deal with that when he finds out, but currently I'm pulling for him. Next, we get what was easily my favorite part of the chapter. We get little Eerie dressed up as Santa Claus. They call her Eerie Claus in the chapter. It made me genuinely happy to see her looking so happy in her holiday getup. The whole joke with her not knowing the holidays, which, as it was adorable, it also makes sense because how she was raised, I doubt she ever actually got to celebrate a holiday or a birthday or something like that before. Deku notes how Erie's horn's starting to grow, and it also seems that Deku's words have really hit home with Erie. She seems much happier. Next, we get another fun panel of the entire class celebrating together, which reminded me a lot of like a One Piece party we would see at the end of the arc. I thought it was an enjoyable panel. It looked very well drawn. You got Dark Shadow messing around. You got Deku getting food for Eerie, and Erie's pointing out what she wants to eat. It was a happy panel overall. I like seeing panels like these. But next we just get a montage of all the students receiving presents. Deku looks very happy about his sliced mochi, and everybody better watch out because in that little bottom panel, I don't know if you see it, but Eerie looks like she's ready to go to town with that Buster Sword, so everybody better watch out. The chapter ends with Todoroki asking both Midoriya and Kachan if they would like to join him in his work study under his father and number one current hero, Endeavor. So I think that's a very cool little twist I didn't see coming. I really would like to see both Kachan and Deku working under Endeavor. I'm not 100% sure if Kachan will go. I hope he does. It'd be fun to see the three of them having to work under him, but at the same time, maybe Kachan will have an issue working with Deku. Maybe he won't want to work with the second because he doesn't Well, actually, never mind. He's no longer the second. Maybe he would want to work with Endeavor a bit because he's the current first hero. But Kachan likes to be a bit of a foil to everybody, so maybe he'll put up some stink about it. But either way, I thought overall it was a good chapter. Sometimes it's just nice to have a chapter that just makes you happy to read. It doesn't always have to be crazy stuff happening, but I think that even with a chapter that was very fun to read, we got a little bit of explanation at the beginning that the heroes in the Hero Commission are currently on the trail of the Villain League's movement. And we also got the fact that Deku now has a new work study, and it's possibly going to be with the #1 hero, Endeavor. So I think that's a great learning opportunity for him. He would thrive in that situation. Deku loves all heroes, so I think he would have a really good time and a really good learning opportunity through there. So I'm hoping that he actually, nothing comes up and he's able to get in. So those are my current thoughts right now on the chapter. If you guys have any comments or concerns, let me know. If you have any theories, comment them below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. This is Strawhat Deku signing off. Stay safe, everybody.